Hey everybody, Christopher Black here, Senior Solutions Engineer with Harness. Security tools are great at finding vulnerabilities. They're not great at helping developers fix those vulnerabilities. And so in today's video, I want to show you how Harness AI can enrich STO findings and ultimately shorten that feedback loop. So let's jump right in. We have a pipeline here. And in this pipeline, we're checking out code, we're running tests, and we're compiling a binary. We're ultimately applying security scans in this process. So think very much shifting left. Okay. When I click on execution history, I see the execution history of this pipeline in previous runs. Historically, this is where developers would be presented with vulnerability information. It would come from standard out, and the information itself would come from the respective security scanner. So let's take a look at our pipeline configuration. Here we're using a free open source scanner, Aquatrivi, which is an amazing open source scanner. I want to encourage everybody, if you're not doing any kind of security scans in CI today, highly recommend taking a look at some of the amazing open source scanners there are in the market. Jumping back to execution history though, historically, this is what developers would see, information from the scanner itself. When I click on vulnerabilities, this is one of the big value props with Harness STO is that we provide a single pane of glass, a single consistent interface where developers and operators can go to visualize their surface area of risk. Okay, I'm presented with several vulnerabilities here, but I'm not presented with more contextual information. I'm going to click on one of these. And again, historically, developers would be presented with information that comes directly from the scanner. In this case, the scanner is telling us that we have a vulnerable dependency and that we should update from one version to another. Doesn't tell me anything about the mechanics of the exploit, and it doesn't tell me how to remediate this vulnerability. With Harness AI, because Harness has a lot of contextual information about the pipeline, execution histories, Harness has a software delivery knowledge graph, we can take all of this information and we can enrich it with contextual information. So not just presenting a developer with a vulnerability, but telling them the mechanics of the exploit, why they're vulnerable, because this information is going to be very important when it comes not only to remediating the vulnerability, but reducing the surface area of risk within an organization. And if I go to the top, we certainly have the capabilities to create a ticket. Maybe there's a JIRA associated with this vulnerability or the ability to request an exemption. But the takeaway here, folks, is that Harness AI is dramatically accelerating that developer feedback loop and enriching STO findings with important contextual information. Folks, certainly hope you found this video valuable, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Take care.